Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Ferrari 360. What did you think of that startup, by the way? You might have noticed there was something a little bit different. What I'd done was I'd actually unplugged the exhaust valves so that it had that throaty sound all the time. We're going to do a few tests to see if that might be an option to just give this car a little bit of a better noise without having to go to the expense of putting on an aftermarket exhaust. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. I really hope you enjoy it. And if you like this kind of content with the Ferrari 360 Modena and a couple of AMG Mercedes, it'd be great to have you as a subscriber. So in this video, we're going to be giving the Ferrari a bit of a wash. It's been pretty dirty for the last few weeks. This garage, as I think I've explained before, it leaks from the roof and deposits crap on the car. So we're going to be giving it a bit of a wash, and then I'm going to be talking about some of the things that I'm going to be doing to the car in the next couple of weeks. A few interesting things that we'll be covering very shortly. So let's get going. Now, for those purists among you, I know it's technically not the way you're supposed to use snow foam. You're supposed to spray it on, let it just sit and run off, and then you're supposed to do a proper 2-bucket wash. But this method works quite well for me because generally it's not particularly dirty. The first rinse with clear water will soften most of the dirt. The application of the snow foam will really just get everything loosened, and a bit of agitation will just loosen that. Yes, I know it might scratch the paintwork if you're being particularly finicky, but this hasn't had a paint correction yet, so when that is done I will probably do things slightly differently. And now we're just going to wash it off again with the spray, lance, and then towel dry it off. Oh, it's great to get into the cool. The air conditioning, it's so lovely to have proper air conditioning now. When I first got this car back in December of last year, the aircon wasn't working, and so it was absolutely disgusting in here. But now it's working, so. And there's nothing I hate more than washing cars. If I could pay somebody to come and wash my car every week, I would do it, even though that's outrageous waste of money, but anyway. Okay, so we're going to go for a little bit of a drive, get out of the busy city, and I'll tell you a bit more about what we're going to do with the car. Well, I seem to have stumbled across rather a nice place to do some filming. Overlooks this sports field here. Rather picturesque. It kind of makes a change from the usual grotty places I film. Anyway, we are here once again with the Ferrari 360 looking absolutely spectacular. As I keep saying, I think the Ferrari 360 really is one of the most beautiful cars that was ever designed. I think it really has withstood the test of time, and I'm hoping it will go on to become a classic in the years to come, just because of its stunning clean lines and timeless design. But anyway, I thought I'd just do a quick video today just to tell you a few of the things that I'm going to be doing on the car in the very near future. A few things which have been bothering me for a while, and a few things that I've already mentioned previously on the channel. So let's start with the first thing which I'm going to do, and that you can see down here, or you might be able to see down here, is the suspension is extremely low at the front. Now, I think previous owner has lowered this. The dampers and springs are adjustable. They have a screw adjustment which allows you to raise or lower the car. I think the rear of the car is probably just about right for how it should look. I think that gives it a nice aggressive stance without being crazy. But this, I reckon it needs to go up. Let's have a look. How many fingers we got here? We got kind of 4 fingers and a bit to the wheel rim. Yeah, I think it's at least a finger that it needs to go up on here, because I keep scraping the bottom. It's almost impossible for me to get into my garage without scraping, and it's almost, and you can see I've scraped the bottom there several times. If you can see under here, it's just a bit of a mess, and that's just going to keep happening. And so I can't actually get it into my garage at all. It actually bottoms out halfway down, and I've even tried to put some ramps on the garage to try and allow me to get it over that hump, but it's just not working. So I think we just need to raise that suspension, make it a little bit more practical. I don't think it will detract from the look of the car particularly. It'll just make it a little bit more usable. The second thing is really a bit of a plug. I'm not sponsored by these guys. I don't have any arrangement with them or not, but this is a single-use fire extinguisher. Now, up until now, I've been carrying a very bulky and very heavy metal fire extinguisher, which I bought, because Ferraris have a tendency to catch fire. If you watch any videos from people like Hoovy's Garage, where his 355 caught fire, now I'm not suggesting that mine is going to catch fire, but I think it's a great idea to have a fire extinguisher in the car. And I was carrying around this bulky, heavy, and very inconvenient metal fire extinguisher. And I saw someone on YouTube using a single-use extinguisher, and these guys called Fire One make them in Australia, and it is what it says. It's a single-use fire extinguisher. You hope only ever to use this once at a maximum, certainly not more than once. So it seems pointless to have a refillable fire extinguisher rattling around in your car, especially as I don't want to drill holes or whatever in the bodywork. So this is basically something you can just put in the door compartment if you had a door compartment, or I put mine in the little net storage behind the seats. Yeah, basically you can just pull out the ring at the bottom. There's a button in there. I can just take this cover off. There's a button there which you just basically aim at the fire. Single use, chuck it away when it's done, and you hope you'd only ever have to use this once at most, so I can't see the point in using a refillable one. Anyway, check out these guys if you want to have a fire extinguisher for your car. fire-one.com.au. That's fire-one.com.au. Great little product. So as I said, I decided to unplug the valves on the exhaust, and it's really one of those simple things that you can do just to improve the sound of the exhaust. So if we look straight down here, it's very hot at the moment, but you can see just this thing here. I'm just obscuring it. It's that kind of metal device there. That is the exhaust valve controller. It works on the vacuum system, and it allows the vacuum air the vacuum to pass through to the valves on the exhaust. This is the little plug that's hanging over the edge. That's the plug. I've basically just disconnected it from that side. I've done exactly the same that side, which you can't see. I haven't yet zip tied it in place because I was going to try it out before I made it permanent. But I think given what the example of driving today has been like, especially those pulls down the slip road, which were pretty good, I think we can say yes, we'll keep that in place. Thank you very much. fun. That's good. I like. And it does, yeah, the stock exhaust, it's so much better than the Capristo Stage 3, which was offensive and pretty obnoxious. But the stock exhaust is a little bit tame, except when the valves open. So, you know, one good thing you can do is you just unplug those valves and you can get that sound all the time. And it does sound pretty good, so result. So under the hood is the next thing that we're going to discuss. As I think I mentioned before, the straps in here were completely rotted away. The old tyre repair kit was kind of in a cloth bag that was just strapped in the back here. The new version of that tyre repair kit is this one here, which has actually got a pump and all sorts of other stuff, and it connects to the battery, and I hope I never have to use it, but I think it's good to have. So that will kind of be fitted in place there with straps. That's one thing that I'm doing. The other thing that I was able to get on eBay was this amazingly beautiful toolkit, which we can go and have a look at. Now, the toolkit that came with my car was pretty shoddy. It had bits missing. The handle was missing off the container. There were tools missing inside, but this one is absolutely pristine and complete. Has all the tools. So we've got all the globes, fuses, everything complete there. The only thing that I've got to transfer across from my existing toolkit is the belts that go in here, the spare belts. Not that I can ever imagine changing belts on the side of the road, but clearly Ferrari thought that that might be something you would do. So yeah, this is absolutely in spectacular condition. All the tools present and correct, which is perfect for someone who's as OCD about things like that as I am. And so that is going to be also fitted back into the front trunk of the car, which goes at the front under this spot here. That just goes down there. And whilst I was able to get the correct strap for the toolkit, the straps that came for the tyre repair kit were completely the wrong design. One half of them was black and one half of them was tan, but a different kind of tan from the straps that were used for the toolkit. So basically I've abandoned these, not going to use them. There's a guy there's a company called ProStitch, I'll link their description down below, who basically do upholstery for classic cars and for modern cars. They do everything. It's absolutely amazing. It is like a really skilled kind of old-fashioned craftsmanship. And when I go and pick up the straps and have them fitted, I'm going to try and take some video there and share it with you, because it is, you just walk into the place and there's this gorgeous smell of leather pervading the whole place. It is like they've got sheets of, you know, skins, animal skins hanging over everywhere. It's just unbelievable. So they're making some straps for the tyre repair kit, which will go in there and hopefully will match, well, I'm sure they will match the one that fits the toolkit. And that will really tidy up that front trunk area, which is a bit of a disaster. Anyway, that's just about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to be getting the suspension adjusted this week on Thursday. So by next weekend, we should be able to take a look at how that's looking and how much that's improved the ground clearance. The straps for the front trunk should be ready to install in the next week or so. So as soon as I get those back, I'll update you on that. So if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like. It'd be great to have you as a subscriber, and don't forget to turn on those notifications. You can follow me on Instagram down here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.